أشرقت نفسي بنور من فؤادي حينما رددت يا رب العباد وانتشت روحي وصار الدمع يجري.
السلام عليكم.
وعليكم السلام.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله وسلم على سيدنا وحبيبنا ومولانا وقرة أعيننا سيدنا محمد. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك وكرم وشرف عليه وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. اللهم يا أرحم الراحمين يا راحم المساكين يا ذا القوة المتين افتح علينا فتوح العارفين واختم لنا بالحسنى في لطف وعافية وأنت راض عنا يا كريم. Dear brothers and sisters, Alhamdulillah for the bounty of Iman, for the bounty of La ilaha illallah Sayyidina Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam. May Allah purify our hearts and may Allah always guide us to do the right thing before the time is over and then it's too late to come back to fix all those different defects we done in this dunya. May Allah guide us to ask Him always for a repentance and may Allah guide us always to worship Him as it should be. Always we think about the ikhlas and about the yaqeen and about the taqwa, all those different definitions we use. Specifically in every khutbah of the Jum'ah, one of the pillars is to advise the Muslims to have the taqwa. أوصيكم ونفسي بتقوى الله لا إله إلا الله. I advise you, including myself, to fear Allah. Or brothers, have ikhlas, mashallah. And how I'm going to have ikhlas? It's not a prescription. You go to the doctor, he'll write ikhlas. You go to the pharmacy, you take it and you drink it. Next day, mashallah, you have ikhlas. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that, and I hope it works like that. It will be very nice, it will be easy way to just have the ikhlas and that's it. This deen is based on ikhlas, based on sincerity. But a person who has the dunya inside of him and all over him, up and down and in every direction, there is not even a space for a drop of ikhlas, of sincerity. How this person is going to have a sincerity and ikhlas? And you just say, brother, the ayah of the Quran, it says ikhlas, such and such and such. Hadith, such and such and such. MashaAllah, incredible. We really fixed the problem. And if I source for you the verses in the Quran about ikhlas, and we start talking about the hadiths about ikhlas, is that fix the problem? No, that's good. Then, mashallah, we'll write them in a piece of paper and we'll keep reciting it every day. It doesn't work like that. Well then how is it going to work? We are really in a big trouble here. The scholars who's expert in this field, and I'm going to repeat their words because I am not one of them, and I hope I'll be a dust in their shoe. This is ilm al-arifin. They said every action or talk, it will start with a thought. So if you know your thoughts, you know your nafs. And if you know your nafs, you know your God, you know your Lord. Man arafa nafsah, arafa rabbah. You know yourself, you know your Lord, you know Allah. Well, how am I going to know myself? What do you mean how are you going to know yourself? You don't know yourself. You should know yourself, right? Well, how am I going to know myself? They said you have to know your thoughts. And if you don't know your thoughts, then you will never be able to know yourself. Well, how am I going to know my thoughts? Well, what's the thoughts? Anyways. The thoughts is the foundation of every talk or every action. You will never talk or you will never do anything before a thought. It comes to you. You have water, you have juice, you have soda, you have money. You think, I'm going to take the water. Juice is better. Probably I'll take the soda, is better. No. Water is healthy. That one could be sugar and could be something. Then water. So there's thoughts, right? There's thoughts before that. You want to eat. You have meat, you have chicken, you have vegetables. Chicken, meat, vegetables, what I'm going to be doing here. Then you think. So this is what we call it thought. Then you decided water is better. Water is water. Everybody needs the water. So your heart went and leaned toward a decision for the water. Then after that you decided you're going to take the water. Then the action is going to come. And now you picked up the water and you started drinking. All of that, it has a beginning. The beginning of that is what? Thought. Al-Khawatir. Thoughts. If you know your thoughts, you know your nafs, and if you know your nafs, you will be safe. And if you are safe, now you are entering the ikhlas. You could know how to enter ikhlas in a correct way. Okay, well, those thoughts, from where it comes? Thoughts, the scholars in this field, they said it comes from two main things and two branches from those two main. The first main thing is the angel, as mentioned in the hadith. He comes to you with a thought. And the branch from that's called al-haq, the truth. Always truth. And the second main thing is the shaytaan, as mentioned in the hadith. When Aisha, she asked us, everybody has a shaytaan. She said to him, include you? Aisha, she asked the Prophet ﷺ. He said, yes, but mine, Aslam or a Muslim. The scholars, they have a debates on that. Aslam, it means he became a Muslim. And that's one of his miracles. Or Aslam, it means I am saved completely from his whispering as if he is not there, even though he is there. So from this hadith we know there is a shaytaan next to the heart. Always. Whispering. And the branch from that is the nafs. Yourself or your entity inside of you, your lower desire. The desire. Right? We have a thought. I'm going to know what thought and where it came from. Because if you know where it come from, that it will help you to get to the sincerity. Well, this thought, it came, you should read Quran. Where it's coming from. Right away comes the answer is the angel. Is that true really? We're going to come to that. Another thought, it came to you. Let's go drink alcohol. Haram. There is a verse in the Quran that says, إِنَّمَا الْخَمْرُ وَالْمَيْسِرُ وَالْأَنْصَابُ وَالْأَزْلَامُ رِجْسٌ مِنْ عَمَلِ الشَّيْطَانِ فَاجْتَنِبُوهُ لَعَلَّكُمْ تُفْلِحُونَ. right away. You just answer this thought. It comes to you, well, okay, let's go get marijuana. It's not mentioned in the Quran. It's another thought. All the thoughts start coming up and down and left and right, and now more confused. Because if you don't get from where this thought coming, you will never be able to diagnose your disease, and you will never be able to give the right cure. You have to have the right diagnosis, then you will get the right cure. Of course, one who came to whisper for you, who is for alcohol? The Shaytaan. What about the Nafs? Why? Could be the Nafs. And I'm more confused here. You must diagnose your thought exactly. So if you don't diagnose the thought right, you will be failing in giving the right treatment. It's like a disease. It will be, if it's diagnosed right, you will get the right medication. You will be fine. That's the reason Al-Imam Shafi'i said, I studied 5 years and it took me 20 years and still I'm fighting with my nafs, trying to straighten it out, and it still is not. Then the bad thoughts, we know it's coming either from Shaytaan or from Nafs, because the Quran, he said in many verses, إِنَّ النَّفْسُ أَمَّارَةٌ بِالسُّوءِ. Always it comes to you with bad. Nafs, it will never come with something right. It's made from soil, because the human, if you want to go back, and if there's no time, this will take probably 2-3 hours to explain the whole entire thing. I'm just giving an idea of what I'm trying to give as a message tonight. The human is created from soul, and it's coming كل الروح من أمر ربي وما أوتيتم من العلم إلا قليلا. The ruh, the soul, is from an order from Allah. Then it's what? Pure, beautiful, purified from above the sky. And the body is coming from where? From the soil. And the nafs, it's built inside of you. So it's coming from the soil. And the description of the soil is all the jealousy, all the anger, all the hatred, all different types of diseases. It's there because of that. All the purity is because of what? The soul. Then here, bad thoughts coming from the Shaytaan and from the Nafs. But how am I gonna know which one from which one? Both they are bad. That's the most complicated things for the one who doesn't know how to deal with this. But inshallah tonight, after we'll give you the trick how to deal with this, you will be able to define which one from which one. Shaytaan, he doesn't care. He wants you to commit a sin. Drink alcohol, it doesn't work. Okay, you did marijuana, probably it will work. If it doesn't work this sin, he will go to another sin. If it doesn't work the other sin, it will go to the third sin, to the fourth, to the fifth. To the point is, you have to commit it. That's what he does. If you know that the thought is coming to you to do different sin, not one specific, different. It keep moving and changing. You know this is coming from where? From the Shaytaan direct. And in the Quran, Allah said, إِنَّ كَيْدَ الشَّيْطَانِ كَانَ ضَعِيفًا. The Shaytaan is very weak. Just you say, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم, he will be running out. And if he's strong a little bit, you recite Ayat al-Kursi, you will burn him. He will not stand. Then, okay, I said أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم, and I recited Ayat al-Kursi, and قُلْ أعوذ بِرَبِّ الْفَلَقِ, قُلْ أعوذ بِرَبِّ النَّاسِ, but still, then you know you're not dealing with the Shaytaan. You're dealing with whom? With your nafs, and that's the most difficult one. Shaytaan is outside of you. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم, he will run. Nafs, you recite Al-Baqarah, and she will be reciting with you. It's built inside you. It's part of you. Where are you going to get rid of it? There is a problem here. Sometimes we get confused. I want to eat meat or I'm going to eat chicken. It's coming from the Shaytaan. Shaytaan, he doesn't care. You eat meat or you eat chicken. Who cares? Do you think he cares what you eat? He cares about one thing, to eat something haram or to not say Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim when you eat that meat. And for him is Eid, because his food is born. That's what he eats according to the hadith. Now you're not saying Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. He is entering and eating with you meat. MashaAllah. And instead of born, he is eating meat. This is Eid. Very good. That's what concern about him. He doesn't care what you eat. Then you are dealing with whom here? You're dealing with your nafs. I'm going to know how to deal with the nafs now here. The scholar, they said, those richest scholar, the one we desire always to be with, they said the nafs, it has hukuk and hudud. And the nafs is dangerous because of two things. First, it's built inside of you. You cannot get rid of it as the Shaytaan, as we mentioned. And second, it comes to you with something from the Sharia. Eat well because the health, so you could pray. This is Sharia, valid in the deen. Valid. Buy a good house so you have your family happy, and if your family happy, you will be relaxed and happy. Big house, mashallah. Your family is happy. And you're buying it from halal. And you're going to follow that nafs. So how am I going to know which one from which one to go and control it? To make it simple and fast, the scholar, they said the nafs, it has two things. She will ask for two things. Either hukuk, which is something necessity, or hudud, which is extra desire. And that's what you want to shut down. If you want to start really working on your nafs, you're going to shut that door completely. Give an example. Buy that bigger house. You have a small, buy that bigger house. Is that necessity or a desire? Extra desire. You have a house already, but you want to buy another extra house, bigger. Is that a necessity or a desire?
Desire.
Then right away you have to shut that door down. If you're going to work on your nafs, to go to the sincerity and to be sincere. Of course, we're not talking about common people. They're going to say, well, halal, Shaykh. Okay, it's halal, fine, you go buy it. You're going to be following your nafs left and right with the halal stuff, that's fine, no problem. You want to be in control of a community, to show off with the position. Is that position necessity or a desire? You shut it down. I need some food. Normal, little food. Because if I don't have that, I'll die. Is that a necessity or a desire? Necessity. Then you're going to have that. I am thirsty. I have 20 different types of juice, and when you go to enter the shops, you will see how much the shopping, the carriage when you have. You have apple juice, cranberry juice, I don't know what juice, I don't know, the different technicolors, all the different colors you pick in that carriage. Is that a necessity or a desire? You shut that down. What's the necessity for you to live? Water. Then it's a necessity. So now you know how to deal with the nafs. But it could come and trick you from the other way. Could come to you MashaAllah, I need you to read Quran and I need you to do Qiyam al-Layl and to be close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. MashaAllah, you said this, what coming from where? We said from the angel. You gotta wait. Is it really coming from the angel or is it coming from the nafs? If it's coming from the angel, you'll do it and nobody knows about it. But if you do it and next day, mashallah, Brother Rizwan, you know what, Wallahi, Qiyam al-Layl is good. Last night I done about 1 hour, mashallah, really, I felt nice. That's it. You punish. It's gone here. It's gone with the show now. You know it's coming from where now here?
Nafs.
Not coming from the angel, it's coming from the nafs. And you're gonna keep going and going and going, and all your life you have to be struggling how to fight that nafs. And as much as you fight your nafs, as much as you feel you're getting closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and as much as you fight that nafs, as much as you stay away from the dunya and you get closer to the akhirah, and now you will have more sincerity. And now when we say have sincerity, that's what we need. May Allah guide all of us to have sincerity. And may Allah guide all of us to be aware of our sin, from where it's coming, to diagnose the case exactly, so we know how to get the right medication for it. Of course, you have to hang around in a holy places like the Masjid. Of course, you're going to hang around with the right people. So always they will remind you with good things. Not the dunya, they remind you with akhirah. Of course, you have to eat halal, purely halal. Anything even it has suspicion, stay away from. Purity. When you have purity comes inside of you, your body starts being pure. But this is okay, and this is one opinion, and there is a weak opinion, and there is I don't know what. And now you're just shoveling all that stuff inside of you. Now the nafs is riding you, driving you left and right. It's like she is taking the steering wheel and driving you around. And if you give yourself to your nafs, now the shaytaan, he will enter and he will not just come to your heart to whisper. The scholars, they said he come and he will swallow your heart. Not whisper to your heart at that time, he will swallow your heart. And when he swallow your heart, that's it. الشيطان يعدكم الفقر. Oh, أخي, if I lose my job, if I lose the payment in the house, if I lose the car, this bill, that bill, you will be living in a misery. And then you will start having no sleep. And then you will be saying sleeping disorder, then anxiety, then this medication, that medication, that medication, and in reality, no. In reality, it's started with the nafs, then you give it to the shaytaan, and then the shaytaan, he swallowed your heart, then you are over. Then it's over. And if it gets worse, anyways, this topic is a very wide, how that it reflects on the heart and how it reflects on the mind and how it goes to the soul, and it's many things it's related to this topic. May Allah guide us to know ourselves. May Allah guide us to know ourselves, so when we know ourselves correctly, we know how to deal with what inside of us from thoughts. And if we fix our thoughts, our life will be going on as-sirat al-mustaqim. May Allah guide us always to do the right thing. Walhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wa sallallahu ala Sayyidina Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in.